Okay, I have some questions for you regarding how many gigs it will cost me to modify a PDF form that's already been set up as a fillable form. The first thing I want to know is, can the sequence of the tabbing be changed? And what I mean by that is tabbing should be done in a logical manner. And in this case, when a person starts this form where they have name, it should tab to birth date, which it does, then to marital status, then it should tab to address, but in this particular case it tabs to city, back to address, then over to state. Can that sequence be changed so it tabs correctly? That's question one. Question number two. I have a row of checkboxes. Can this be modified so that only one of these checkboxes can be checked? For example, I have checked this one for AT&T as the phone carrier. But if I was to check T-Mobile, I'd like that one to go blank. In other words, I want only one of this row, these checkboxes and this text box, to be able to be used. Now again, as we tab, there are areas in the form where it may jump out of sequence. Now these are going correctly. Now see, it jumps from friend or relative down to chiropractic before rather than their friend's name. It should tab from here to here, then down to yes. And once it's on yes, it tabs no, and then then it goes up and then back down. Okay, I want that to go in a logical sequence. All right, next, when you're filling out a line, all right, like for example, this line, let's say we add some stuff in like this, and we're getting close to the end of this line. Can it be set so once it reaches the end of this line, it wraps to the next line rather than the size of the print becoming much smaller? Is that possible? I'm sure it is for somebody of your caliber. Okay, next question. On the page 3 of the form, I have a graphic. Can it be set up so that a person can left click their mouse and draw on this graphic or illustration? For example, if they have a low back problem, which is mark the areas where you have problems, they could circle or X or somehow draw where they're having problems, or circle their head if they have a headache, etc. And again, back to the idea of, I would like to know, again, if you reach the end of this line, it can wrap to the next line rather than continue to get smaller. All right, let me see here. Now, once the person reaches the end of the form, I would like to set it up so that there would be a button where they could save the form, they could print the form, or they could email the form to my specific email address. I'm sure that is possible. Now, the only other thing is, the last thing is, on these check boxes here, notice how small the check is. I mean, it's visible, but can that be edited so that those checks are larger and bolder? so they kind of jump out at you more. Okay, that's what I need to know. How many gigs or gigs it will take to make the changes to this already fillable PDF form. Thank you very much.